4 munitions coming from Iran towards the country were detected, where 3 missiles were successfully intercepted over the country's territorial waters, and the last one fell into the sea. The Ministry of Defence confirmed that the sounds heard in scattered areas of the country are the result of the successful interception of the aerial threats. The ministry urges the public to obtain information from its official sources and verify the facts, in addition to adhering to all public safety measures when receiving warning messages.
Yes, it's finally the first Monday in May, also known as the most fashionable night on the calendar. But the Met Gala is getting underway this year with a bit of controversy, leading to a guessing game of who's stepping out and who's stepping back. The fashion world's star-studded party is likely to be one of the most watched events in years. Joining Vogue's Anna Wintour as co-host this year is Nicole Kidman, Venus Williams, and Beyonce, who's making her first appearance on that famous carpet for the first time in 10 years. The theme: fashion is art, and it's likely to spark some head-spinning and memorable interpretations. But this year, with billionaires Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez Bezos as honorary co-chairs and financial sponsors, there's been a bit of a backlash, though the Met Gala has long been a party for the wealthy and well-connected. $100,000 ticket, anyone? But this year, there's harsh criticism that it's giving in to the billionaire class. There's been scathing social media posts all weekend, even posters around the city by an anti-tech activist group called
3 people have died from a suspected hantavirus outbreak while travelling from Argentina to Cape Verde over the weekend. So what is the virus, and what are the symptoms? Hantavirus refers to a strain of viruses carried by rodents, primarily transmitted to humans by inhaling airborne particles of their droppings. In rare cases, the virus can also spread between people, according to the World Health Organization. Hantavirus can cause 2 severe illnesses, one that primarily affects the lungs and the other that attacks the kidneys. The first often starts with fatigue, fever and muscle aches, followed by dizziness, chills and abdominal issues. One problem here is that these symptoms can be mistaken at the beginning for the flu. If respiratory symptoms develop, the mortality rate is approximately 38%. The illness that affects the kidneys is more severe. Later symptoms can include low blood pressure, internal bleeding and acute kidney failure. While there's no specific treatment for the hantavirus infections, the US Centre for Disease Control and Prevention recommends supportive care to treat symptoms and admission to hospital for more severe cases.
More fallout after Spirit Airlines abruptly ceased operations this weekend, leaving passengers and even some Spirit crew members stranded. The sudden end came after the Trump administration had been trying to broker a bailout for Spirit after years of financial woes. MS Now senior transportation reporter Josh Einiger is with us to give us more on this. Last time we spoke, Josh, the Trump administration was talking about a rescue of Spirit Airlines. So what happened?
Well, they tried on it, but at the end of the day, it was up to the money people. This airline was in bankruptcy. It was deeply leveraged. There were lenders who had sunk hundreds of millions of dollars into this company, and they were negotiating with the federal government on what the deal was going to be. At the end of the day, the deal would have the U.S. government owning up to 90% of the equity of a company once it emerged from bankruptcy, and that was just too much for the lenders who needed to get their investment out. But the real story here, on top of all the negotiations and on top of the impact on passengers,
this morning, the terrifying dash camera video showing the moment that the wheel of a United Airlines plane slams into a bakery truck. The driver cruising along the New Jersey Turnpike when all of a sudden, there's debris everywhere. United Flight 169 packed with more than 230 people on board flying from Venice, Italy.
Holy oh my goodness.
Flying dangerously close to traffic below at around 2 p.m. Sunday as it tried to land at Newark Liberty International Airport.
Did you see all that wind? Oh my goodness.
The aircraft also striking a light pole as it made its final approach to the runway.
This aircraft was literally inches from disaster. The crew was having to eyeball, were they coming in at the right angle? Were they going to be at the right altitude? Clearly, we see them fighting that altitude as they come in.
The driver inside that delivery truck, identified by his employer as Warren.
So we're just learning more based on the FAA statement about a very close call. Take a look at this video. The FAA says while on approach to land at Newark Liberty International Airport, United Airlines Flight 169 struck a light pole on the New Jersey Turnpike around 2 o'clock this afternoon. The Boeing 767 landed safely, thank goodness, and was arriving from Venice, Italy. The FAA will be investigating, but obviously whenever we see video like that coming in and what appears to be a very close call, we want to make sure we share that with you. And of course, stay with CBS News. We'll have the latest on this today and tomorrow morning.
Johannesburg has been pulled into this potential hantavirus outbreak that happened on this cruise ship in the Atlantic. One of the symptomatic passengers, a British man, was evacuated and is being treated for the virus here after it was confirmed through testing that he does have hantavirus. Now, the cruise ship, MV Hondius, has put out a statement to say that they're still investigating what is happening on board, that the three symptomatic people on the ship, two of them being crew members, haven't been confirmed to have hantavirus, and neither have the three fatalities. Now, the wife of one of the victims, the 70-year-old man who died, she died here in Johannesburg after she was passing through the airport to travel on to the Netherlands, where she lives. The health department in South Africa said that she collapsed in the airport and later died in a nearby health facility. So there's still a lot of concern. There's a lack of clarity, but there's a lot of movement as well. We spoke to the World Health Organization. An insider told us that they've been working over the weekend, engaging different regional actors and entities.
Here's everything that happened in America in the last 12 hours. President Trump officially launched Project Freedom today, deploying naval destroyers and 15,000 troops to safely escort neutral ships through the Strait of Hormuz, immediately following a reported small boat attack on a large cargo vessel just 11 miles off the Iranian coast. Citing severe national security concerns, the Trump administration has abruptly halted the development of nearly 165 onshore wind energy projects across the United States. Police are actively investigating a mass shooting at an Oklahoma lake party that tragically injured at least 12 young adults Sunday night, with no suspects currently in custody. A United Airlines Boeing 767 arriving from Italy struck a light pole and a bakery truck during a chaotic landing on Sunday. Miraculously, all passengers survived, with only the truck driver sustaining minor injuries. Representative Ted Goodman confirmed that Rudy Giuliani currently remains in critical but stable condition, publicly requesting prayers as the former mayor continues his ongoing health battle. Firefighting crews.
Who got a better catalog, Jay or Kanye?
Kanye. Kanye destroys Jay. Kanye destroys Jay. It's not even the same class. As far as artistry goes and being creative and all the verticals that are stimulated, no one wants to dress like Jay. Can't do a clothing line. Kanye has a movement. He's unstoppable. Kanye don't need nobody to fill an arena. You know, homeboy needs friends. This thing just stands up there and he don't even have to rap. He just does listening sessions in a stadium. Kanye is different. She's pure art. The world should be so grateful for Kanye's presence because he keeps things so interesting. The world would be so boring without Kanye. Kanye is an artist. Jay's not an artist. He's cunning, and he doesn't mind playing with the devil. He plays his position very well, and they pay him well for it. He doesn't make them scared. I'd be curious if they say in front of him.
This is the moment a monster truck plowed into a crowd at an exhibition in Colombia. Local authorities said at least 3 people were killed and more than 30 others injured. Officials are still investigating why the truck lost control, but police said a mechanical failure is likely. The driver is in stable condition, according to police. Cauca Governor Octavio Guzman posted on X saying, quote, "We have deployed our entire institutional capacity in coordination with the public and private hospital network, firefighters, and ambulance network to address the situation."
Just breaking moments ago, the large cargo ship has been attacked.
A large cargo ship reports being attacked by multiple small boats in the Strait of Hormuz.
Iran has attacked at least 4 vessels in the Strait of Hormuz using those fast boats since this war began.
Breaking news coming out today that Iran is attacking ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Now, this coming while we're also hearing both sides have presented proposals for a ceasefire deal, peace, to end the conflict, and we're hearing that both sides are saying they do not like what they see, and it appears that things are preparing to escalate as we're hearing both sides are preparing for more war. Let's go ahead and take a look at the latest headlines so that way you can see it for yourself. Coming out today, May 3rd, 2026, Iran attacks cargo ship in the Strait of Hormuz. And now this coming out, you can see in just about the past hour. I'm going to get you caught up on all the details.
2 U.S. service members are missing from this very base here in Morocco. Now, it all started last night. We just happened to be embedded with the U.S. military here at this base, sleeping in the tents right behind me. That's where we were when all of a sudden a head count was started. Then throughout the night, we're hearing aircraft overhead, helicopters. This morning, we find out that a search and rescue operation is underway for these 2 U.S. service members who are missing. Now, we just found out that it was likely related to a hiking accident, and they fell off a cliff into the ocean. This is what the U.S. military is telling us. In fact, we are very close to the ocean here, within walking distance. We're in the Sahara Desert, where these sands eventually meet with the ocean. We're on an embed with them looking at African lion. It's an annual event.